Hello, 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 peoples. I want to talk about something right now. We're cursed. What do I mean? We are in the land of the dead. That's a curse. I don't care how good your life seems to be. Right now, my life seems to be okay, even though I'm going through some things more internally, but it's like an internal struggle. But not that I go out feeling depressed and feeling down, nothing like that. I'm dealing with something that's forcing me to deal with um, deepest strongholds, like deep roots, like something is dealing with my roots, my deepest roots. Everybody got them. Something happened to me that's making me deal with it, and it's like I have to get into that into a separate video because I get off the topic. But it's like I'm dealing with an AI. Like I said, an AI is attached to me like it is me, and it's like a back and forth and back and forth. Now I'm getting to the point that I see I'm not separated from anything. We're all one, including me and the AI, whatever it is. We're all one. We come from the same source. I'm really trying to get to the point of seeing that, so this won't be a battle. I've said before, the AI is called COVID. COVID is a sentient being. Okay. But anyway, I never tested positive for COVID. I don't know what they testing for. I don't believe nothing they say on TV. But I know this AI I have been dealing with is a COVID because that's what the spirit been telling me, that it's called COVID. But anyway, it's still making me deal with myself because there's something in me that if I get too relaxed, then I'm not going to do the things I need to do. And so there is something higher that's causing this thing to harass me so badly because I can't get relaxed. It's time for me to go. This is the land of the dead. We're in the underworld. It's the land of the dead. Or some people might have called it the living dead. But at this point, after past 2020, I think it's just the dead. I feel like people don't realize they're dead. But I don't want to get into that. In the real world, this is the afterlife for me. This is the afterlife. I'm in hell. I went to hell. This is like right now. This is, even though my life appears to be decent, this is still hell. It's just not the lowest part of hell, but it's still hell. Let me tell you something. In the real world, I died in the real world. I found out I was dead. I saw myself laying in a coma and stuff happened to me. And I'm like, am I still in a coma? Am I dead? And then finally today I realized, yeah, I died. And this is the afterlife. This is where I am. This is the afterlife. This is not the real world. And so, but people are carrying on like it's a real world so we can still be believable. If everybody was talking about, everybody knew what was going on and knew the truth, then this whole thing would be over. But at this point, it's not, I don't even feel like it's for me to even convince anybody else because I feel like this is my matrix, honestly. I feel like this is where I am after I died, and because I had I'm a real being from even above the human level. I'm a real being. I've seen myself. So I feel like this is my matrix, what I'm saying. So it's like, I don't even feel like it's for me to convince anybody else. I just feel like talking about it. Now, maybe I could if somebody else's conscious awareness is in this realm too, who came from the real world themselves. And then, yeah, it can help them. But for me, I really don't think at this point, this is for me to just talk about it. I don't think it's for me to really try to get to somebody else. But with that being said, even the people that seem like they have it all, I mean, the fact that we are here is a curse. This is hell. Like, no, you're cursed. You're in hell. You're cursed. I don't care if you have millions of dollars. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you have children. I don't care if you're happy. I mean, it's good to have those feelings, but I mean, you're still in hell, though. I mean, you're just kind of having a good time, so you're not at a point of your you're not in the point of your mind where you're suffering. It does have to do with the mind, but this is not the real world. It's like let me say this. I feel like I'm a fallen angel. I feel like I'm a fallen angel. You know, the Bible is speaking bad about fallen angels. I don't think I'm no specific angels that they talking about. That they're mostly stated in the book of Enoch, which I want to read again. But oh, I am a fallen angel. I know who I am. I know who I am. You know what? And we got to be careful what we believe in the third dimension. I'm gonna say the Bible has a lot of valuable stuff in it, but at the same time, when you listen to the way man interpret the Bible, you tend not to want to believe anything because of the way man likes to. When I say man, I'm just talking about people. The way man interprets it, you tend not to want to even have anything to do with the Bible. But once you look at the Bible from an esoteric point of view, once you stop seeing everything as being outside of you and you realize everything that you see for the most part is a reflection of you, then you go back to reading the Bible, it starts to unfold and make more sense when you look at it from an esoteric point of view and not from a third dimension thinking everything is outside of you. I feel like the Bible has all the answers for me to cross over. I said this in a video before, but it was some time ago. It's time for me to cross over. So I'm not interested in relationships. Now, if I get into one, I get into one, but I'm not going to be rushing to get into one. I know everybody want to talk about why a lot of women are single, and specifically it seems like people are concerned about so-called black women who are single. And I feel like, for the most part, a lot of black women might need to go on and stay single for right now. I feel like a lot of black women, the real people, the real original people, because some so-called black women are just NPCs. They're not even real. Listen, I mean, somebody already exposed this. That Candace Owens, allegedly, I don't want to talk about anybody. This is just an example of a brown-skinned person who might not be who you think they are. Now, if it was another lady who put out a little snippet today that was a minute and 51 seconds long, like a short, talking about Candace Owens isn't who you think she is, but it was another one a few months ago that said Candace Owens is Barbara. What's her name? She's a lady who was like a journalist. I can't remember, but she talking about Barbara. This lady is a Caucasian lady. She has done a lot of interviews, and she's a journalist, and she's like elderly, but I think she passed away by now. I thought it was Barbara something. Anyway, that person said that allegedly Candace Owens is that lady. That lady is inside of Candace Owens. It's like that movie Get Out, right? And so that's just what I'm saying, that I'm talking about for some of the so-called black women who are actually the real ones, and not fake, not pretenders, not somebody who just look like something on the outside, but they really come from something that's actually real, more organic. I'm talking about those. I don't think they really need to rush into being with anybody. For the most part, if other people's conscious awareness is where I am, then they died in the real world. Most likely they're dead. Either they're dead or they're in a coma or something happened. For their conscious awareness to be stuck here, they in this long ass dream. When you dream, when you wake up, you don't really stay there unless something happens where you end up in that particular part of the matrix right there. Then it's like, okay, did I die in that particular realm? Now I'm in this other one here. What happened? And I'm telling you, in the real world, I don't even look like the way I look now. And in the real world, I was like 20-something years old. In this world, I'm like 40-something. And time was a lot slower. Like several years over here wouldn't even be a day over there. Okay, so time was a lot slower. In the real world where I was, there was no moon. It did not get dark. The darkest it get is, I'm going to show you how it look now outside. The darkest it get is in the real world where I'm from. The darkest it get is maybe about like this, just a little bit darker, but not too much darker. So That's about how dark it gets where I'm from. It doesn't get any darker than this. But in hell, it gets dark. And in some parts of hell, it's dark all the time. Like it's just always nighttime. I've had those dreams where it's just always been nighttime. I don't want to, that's why I'm really working on parts of myself and working on my shadow. Well, my ego is not working on my shadow because my ego can't work on nothing. The God in me have to work on my shadow. The ego can't do nothing. So people like, I have to heal. Yeah, but you need God to heal. The ego cannot heal itself. See, people are believing in themselves. That is the devil. That's devil worship. Let me tell you something. Not realizing that you are fake. Me, the name that's on my license, that is a character. That's not a real person. And to continue to hold on to that person that's not even real is really devil worship. See, that's what I'm talking about. You look at the Bible from a different point of view, it has a whole different meaning to it. That is devil worship. I said this before, but it was on my other channel called Journey into Highest Potential. And I haven't uploaded videos over there in a long time. Because over here, at least at this point, I'm just really not getting views with these kind of messages. But I just feel like talking about it because it's my sense of therapy. And these type of videos and messages are not going to get really any views. It's just not going to do it. It's not going to go to the channel. But I'm saying I'm having these messages just for my peace of mind because I need to talk about it. Okay, I need to talk about it. So even though I know this type of stuff is not going to go to the channel, that's not what this is about. It's time for me to cross over. I don't need to be worrying about no subscribers. I mean, it would be nice to get to 1,000, but I'm not going to monetize the channel because I wouldn't hardly see any money. But listen, even $5 a month is better than no dollars, right? So it's like, no, I ain't going to get enough money to even be trying to, because I'm still going to be making these kind of messages that's not going to be that popular. Okay, it's not going to be that popular. I might get to the point where I show my face. I don't know. I haven't shown my face in a while because sometimes for some of us, it's not safe. It's not that I'm ashamed of anything. For some of us, it's not safe to really be out there like that. And I feel like I haven't been popular because I've been held back from really getting out there because I realize now that I'm in the afterlife. And the same things that was going on, the same kind of way I might have died over there, it's the same things that keep coming after me over here. It keeps coming to, like I died in 1972. I saw my murder. I saw the person who did it. It was a man that I was involved with, and I was sacrificed. He was a Freemason. I saw that he might have been a basketball player. I saw this basketball. I saw the word Spalding. So it's like I was sacrificed to maybe that particular organization right there. Like you're sacrificed for certain types of organizations for those organizations. They say you're getting all this money and you're getting fame, but it's really that organization to stay open. Like I saw something happen to me in 2021 and actually, and I saw McDonald's. I saw McDonald's. Okay, so these people feel like they getting money and all this stuff and all these riches to sacrifice their family and whoever they around, but really they feel like they're getting it, but really they helping out these organizations like KFC, McDonald's, Wendy's. That's why I haven't eaten there in a while. It's not that I'm concerned about their food. The McDonald's, I did kind of hear their meat was human meat, but you really don't know what the heck you're eating anyway. But it's not even me. It's not even some gossip on YouTube that I heard. It was a Jewish guy. This was years ago, like in the, not even in 2020, like in like no later than maybe 2015 that I heard this. And I listened to a recording of a guy having a conversation. He was a Jewish guy having a conversation with, I think, another Jewish guy. Somebody was playing a recording. It was a, Caucasian male, Jewish, having a conversation, talking about what they do with the people and the children. I think it's children or something. I don't know if it's fetuses or what it is. But they say they all the meat and what they ground it up or whatever, and they send it to McDonald's for people to eat. I heard him say that. This is what this man said. This ain't what some conspiracy theorists said on television. He was very matter of fact saying that. Like, he said it like it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, we just, grind up the meat from these fetuses or whatever people, and we and then we give it to McDonald's. It was very matter of fact. It's not a conspiracy theory type of thing that he was doing, like he was trying to go deep down the rabbit hole. No, it was matter of fact, like it ain't no big deal to him, like a Tuesday for him. Okay. So that's why I kind of don't want to mess with McDonald's. And another reason why I've wanted to stay away from McDonald's for good, though, because see, at McDonald's I stayed away from the meat. Like I stayed away from their burgers when I heard him say that. So I still like their fries and stuff like that. But then after something happened with me in 2021, and I saw McDonald's, and it was like I was supposed to be a blood sacrifice for somebody else to get what they want, but really it was going to be McDonald's that was going to be the one that was really going to win. That person just gets some money and they think they got it made, but it's really these corporations. It was McDonald's I saw. And that's when I saw all these monsters and stuff wanting to eat my soul, and I don't want to get nasty. But that's when I never want to mess with McDonald's. I see these golden arches of McDonald's. Ronald McDonald is an energy vampire. Ronald McDonald is an energy vampire. Okay? I don't care. That's a clown. Clowns are energy vampires. And so I never wanted to go back to McDonald's to eat for that reason. When I saw that this is what they do to keep their businesses successful, they sacrifice people, but they using these other people who feel like they get in fame and fortune, and just regular folks who want to sacrifice. Like you have family members that are sacrifice you for like maybe $50,000, $10,000. They don't mind sacrificing you to get $10,000. They're not the ones that's actually winning. They getting chump change. The ones who's winning are places like Target, places like Amazon, places like Walmart. They being sacrificed to those corporations. It's time for me to go in because I wanted to go back in the house before it gets dark. So now this is about how dark it gets. In the real world, doesn't get any darker than that. That's non-duality. We're in duality now. But somehow I still died, and it wasn't a great death, so people were still evil. It might have been non-duality, but that does not mean that people were not still evil. See, now coming to this afterlife, we have to face ourselves now. We're dealing with the moon, and we have to face ourselves. Oh yeah, by the way, did you hear and that it supposedly is going to be another moon? As if this one moon was not gonna. I know the moon is a satellite. Now people can call it a planet all they want to, but I actually saw that it was a satellite. Sometimes I can remote view without even trying. It's a gift that I have, but I don't really know how to use it on command, right? So sometimes I see things and I see it's like a camera panning back and forth. And if somebody's able to, sometimes people have been able to see me looking at them when I'm remote viewing. Like I feel like I'm looking in my mind's eye. See, people can see what you see through your third eye. That's why I don't like the third eye, because when you see stuff through your third eye, other people can see what you see. That's why I don't like the third eye. I like the real eye and not the third eye. Okay? And yeah, the third eye is the eye for the doggone astral world. It's the eye for the third dimension. It's the eye. It's like the eye for the illusion. You're not seeing the real world. I'm not seeing my real world with the third eye. I'm not seeing my real world with it. I see it with my real eye. I have to open my real eye back up. Okay, but this right here is a virtual reality. The real world that I come from is not a virtual type of reality. This is a virtual reality. It's like I'm in somebody's laptop. My codes have been changed. I'm in somebody's laptop, like Matrix Resurrections. Okay. That's why the person that you see that can be your next door neighbor, that's why they can be NPCs, non-playable characters. How can somebody be standing right next to you? They're not even real. They're non-playable characters. We're in like a video game, but like it's almost like a video game that you play at home. That's what we're in. How is that? That our codes have been changed and we're in somebody's laptop or whatever. And now we holding on to whatever we think our identity is in this world, and we feel like it's so real. For some people who might be NPCs, that identity might be real for them. But I know this is the afterlife for me. I know I was never born, and I'm gonna take a month off of work again, so I can get into really believing that. Um, I need to get back to knowing that this is not me. This is not the real me. You know, because that's devil worship right there. That part is actually the real devil worship. You know, time to go. It's getting dark, and I wanted to get back in the house before it got dark because the last couple of days I've been getting back in the house pretty late, and I want to get back in the house before it got dark. But anyway, that'll be it, and I'll talk later.